We are at Rorotika's head office in Johannesburg, and we are speaking to Thinus Neethling, the CEO of Rorotika, and Anshu, Malhotra, the Chief Technology Officer of the Sun Division. Rorotika has a presence in many countries throughout the world. Any plans on expanding beyond the current borders?
Well, we've started an initiative where we're now going into the European market. Apart from that, our technology is quite widely used. We're running over 24, 25 operations at this point in time. In some shape or form, our technology being part of that. And we see that South Africa as a place to do business is one part, but then to grow beyond that is definitely where we're looking for.
Any specific countries, or is it still
it's pretty much all over the world, right from Africa, which is our biggest focus, into Bangladesh and in the East Asian markets.
Then another product which you have is the NetCM. Could you also explain a little bit about that and how that benefits clients and customers?
NetCM, or Net Configuration Management, is essentially part of our SON suite of tools. However, it's perhaps the most established and the most mature product in the suite. SON essentially comprises of lots of different components, and configuration management is one of them. And we focus quite heavily, both commercially and financially, as well as technically, on that product. Configuration management as a discipline inside mobile telecommunication is being able to configure network equipment, maybe a BSC, an MSC, the towers that you see in the field, those BTSs, etc. In order for them to work properly, correctly, efficiently, one has hundreds or thousands of parameters that have to be defined, much like you do on your PC for that matter. So what configuration management or NetCM allows them to do is to provision equipment by configuring it correctly. At the same time, it also talks to the equipment routinely and essentially creates a snapshot of what's in the equipment and then compares it to make sure that the settings are correctly defined and they're optimal, etc. If those settings are incorrect, then you would have all kinds of issues in the network. You may have congestion, you might not be able to make any phone calls, etc. So it's quite an important discipline. And one of the key aspects of the NetCM product is it's vendor and technology agnostic. So it works for GSM, it works for UMTS equipment, it works for LTE equipment as well. At the same time, it also works across vendor platforms. So it'll work for Ericsson, it'll work for Huawei, it'll work for NSN, etc. And given the environment we are in, a lot of the operators are currently not a one vendor operator anymore. There's, for instance, MTN have Ericsson and Huawei equipment. Vodacom would have, something similar with different vendors. So they really need a tool which can essentially look at all of these different types of equipment and make recommendations on to what the right setting is, and also monitor it all the time and ensure that the right settings are in the network as people are making changes to them.
I think it's also important is although the operator is our end customer, it's also the customer that benefits the subscriber by having a better quality network and having all of the features readily available.
Yeah. Okay, then on the back of that, what other products are in development at Rorotika?
Well, Rorotika has got a few partner companies that we work with in various shapes and forms. One of the companies is Concurrent. They provide a USSD gateway, and on top of that, Me2U and so forth. They're running in about 30 operators internationally, so we're quite excited about that. Then we've also now recently invested in a technology called Talk to Me. The easiest way to explain it is it's Twitter for voice. It really allows somebody to leave a message, somebody that's got a following. You can subscribe to this person, he can leave a message, you would get notified by SMS, and then you would dial in and listen to what he said. We believe that technology to be quite good for the African market, especially where we don't have illiterate, or it's quite illiterate people, and they also don't have smartphones and all those other things, where this technology really is, no phone is left behind. It works just on everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what footprint are you looking at for Talk to Me? Is that more sub-Saharan Africa, North Africa, East Africa, across the board?
Like all our products, we go into the international market. We've got the service running in South Africa. We've recently moved to a new DC, so the technology has improved considerably. And then also we've recently launched it in MT and Swaziland. We've started getting a lot of content providers onto the system. So it's a very exciting space for us, and I think something that in the long run would be good.
Okay. And then for clients and customers who are interested in Rorotika products, why should they come to you, number one, and how can they get in contact with you?
I think we different from the other venture capitalists where we try and be part of the whole solution. We're also not looking at a massive amounts of funding. We're looking at niche products as something that is in the early stages of development. A lot of companies, if you approach them, you need to have established market and so forth. So we really look at the whole spectrum, trying to focus obviously on the ICT sector, but as you've seen, we're growing now into the social space and others. We've got a whole team ready to help, right from project management, commercial, legal, finance, and I think we can really provide the technical people. We are normally the guys with ideas, with the right environment to take it to market and make it a success.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you
very much.
Thanks.